Batista with the catch! Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life!
Hand down, man down.
Yeah, I can see how disrespectful he's being right there.
No, I went to Temecula and brought you some dirt.
Yeah, that's a technical.
Mama, there goes that man.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Bounce. Kev here, James there, and we, of course, are going to do it a little differently tonight because we are running live with Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So before I hand the mic to James, real quick, what we're going to do is talk about the game, obviously, while the game is going on. And we've got a bunch of different topics regarding the world of the NBA, some wild news coming that we'll discuss during those commercial breaks. So hang out with us if you would like. Get your questions in. We'll gladly answer them and chat it up with you. But this will be a bit more of a watch along than your usual Bounce episode. And with that, with the boring stuff out of the way, welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. James, how are you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Got my NBA Jam t-shirt on here. Got Shaq and Penny. Had to pull it out for the finals watch here. I'm good, man. Good. I'm doing better than the Mavs are right now.
Man, I've got a Hardaway jersey, courtesy of Nate the Great over
dope.
there in the closet.
Hell yeah, Nate.
That makes me want to bust out.
What up, only mistakes
in the chat. Eggs in the chat. We appreciate you. So the game is back on. 17-point Boston lead. The second quarter has just begun. So we were just talking about in the pre-show, James, obviously down 17, not where you want to be. I had mentioned to you that the Celtics are known to have their cold streaks, and they get caught watching the ball sometimes. How concerned are you if you're predicting the Mavs to win, which we'll talk about our predictions,
I will just say it right now. I'm predicting the Mavs to win.
Yep. So how nervous are you just for this game? I don't think either of us are going to overreact in one game of a series. How are you feeling right now?
This game, I'm a little nervous. Like they went on a 23-5 run there as Kyrie just cut it to 15. I'm not freaking out yet, but like they better get their shit together. They gotta do a little work here, get this a little more manageable. But I mean, you still got Luka, Kyrie, you got dudes. You're here for a reason. I'm not freaking out just yet. As Peyton Pritchard gets an offensive rebound on his own miss. Come on, guys.
Yeah, now you can't be doing that. But
can we talk about that? We both thought Gordon Hayward hit a three. Can we talk about that for a second?
Who was it, Hauser or Pritchard? Who was it that actually hit it?
Hauser. Was Sam Hauser. Yeah,
it was Hauser.
Sam Hauser.
God, I'm telling you guys, Hauser looks like if Gordon Hayward just got a haircut. It really threw me off.
I thought it was him.
15-point game. And there he is again in the corner. He drills it.
I'm a few steps ahead of you, or am I behind you? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Holiday penetrate. It is 42-24 now on my end. So.
42-20. So you're a step ahead of me then.
Yeah, just not a great play defensively for the Mavericks. Yeah. Everyone collapses and they just leave. I mean, what? It's Hauser. Like that. Yeah, that's a guy you don't leave in the corner.
There we go. Now
for three.
There we go.
That's about all he
Gordon
does.
Hayward look-alike there.
But you definitely got to play better than that. But even in the Eastern Conference Finals, Tatum had games where he went 1 for 8 from 3, stuff like that. He's had very cold halves. Especially as you mentioned, with Dallas having the two guys that they have, they're a team that can cut into this lead very quickly. So
quick, yeah. So I'm not freaking out, but I don't really like it either. Because I mean, the Celtics they're loaded, man. Tatum, Brown, Porzingis is back. Drew Holiday, Evan White. Jesus, God, that was a dunk.
Did you see it? Yeah, Jaylen Brown. As soon as you said his name, he tomahawked it on my screen.
Holy crap.
And as you were saying before we got on the show, KP having a good return off.
Yeah, he's got like 11 already.
The last thing we saw before
He's going to be a
we
little
went live was
limited for
him
how long he can play. He was gassed as shit in that first quarter, but he's back and looks good. Oh my God.
even
guys.
protecting the rim to finish the first quarter.
Mm.
Boston is getting way too many open looks.
Yeah, they're wide open shots all over the place.
This is sort of what happened. I can't remember. I think it was game 1 or no, maybe game 2 against Indiana. I can't remember, but this was very similar to how that series started, where there was one game in particular where they were just kind of getting whatever they wanted from 3, and they were shooting at a high rate. A team like this, they're already at home.
Yeah,
Their
you can't
players are young
get
guys.
them wide open. What a man, that's a dunk, dude.
You can't just give them catch and
You
shoot
can't-
rhythm threes, dude. What are we
He
doing
changes
here?
direction and elevates so quick. Good Lord.
And honestly, in some of those situations, I am not trying to besmirch the good name of Drew Holiday, but when there are already 3 guys in the paint and you send the 4th, and now Drew Holiday can kick it out to an open, let Drew Holiday shoot the floater over 3 defenders. Just let him do it.
You don't need the 4th one there guarding.
No, just keep giving him a wide open threes. I mean, the Celtics ball movement right now is good. You know, credit where it's due.
Immaculate. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's awesome. As soon as we say that, Al Horford holds it for 2 seconds.
As soon as we say that, they just completely shut down and Pritchard heaves one from the volleyball line. But we have a Johnny Hoops sighting. Woo! Let's see. We'll get him added to the stage here. John,
what up, Johnny?
Goes it?
What up, boys? It's me, Johnny Hoops.
Oh, he's changing the name up on us, guys.
Rebrand. I love it.
The rebrand.
I had a rebrand on them here and there. I change with the seasons.
That's a good way to do it. Hey, 44-26. Luka's at the line. 9 minutes to go in the first half. How you feeling right now about this game?
You know, it shouldn't even be this close, to be frank. Like, the Celtics are getting whatever they want on the offensive end. I think it was 6 minutes of the first they were like 4 for 11 from 3. I mean, the drive and kick is ridiculous. They never have a non-shooter on the floor. Sam Hauser's locking up Luka. I'm just kidding. There was a decent possession though he had against him. And
we both thought it was Gordon Hayward out there playing for a second.
He's channeling something.
Yeah, they've got like their 6 all-stars and then 3 faceless whites off the bench that no one really knew about.
Yep.
And then like when Porzingis was out, it was Luke Cornett too. So it was just a funny little bench group. But there's not, I don't know, man. Like I think the Mavs get at least 2, maybe only 1, just because you're gonna have a nuclear Kyrie and Luka game, you know, no matter what. I feel like, but I don't know, man. On the defensive side, it doesn't seem like they're gonna have answers for this just 5-out drive and kick. That like they don't have the individual defenders to, you know, to be able to hold up on drives without.
There's no one to force Jaylen Brown to go left. Sorry, go ahead.
There's no one to force Jaylen Brown left. And then when Tatum and Jaylen Brown do probe, they're still so long that they're able to kick out from these really ridiculous positions. Like when they get to like the circle, they're the restricted area, and they can still fling a pass to the corner to, you know, who's usually Derek White or you know, Al Horford, who's been a little inconsistent, but he hit 7 threes in a game on this playoff run. So there's not a weakness. There's not a, okay, let's have Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively roam off of this guy and be help side from the corner and leave this guy. Like, it's just, big MLB news.
I don't know if I even know it, Boudreaux. So no, we definitely have not hit it. But yeah, no, you're right on.
They just got
with that one,
got dudes everywhere.
And the Mavericks we talked about earlier, they're overcommitting on the drive, and so even if they don't get the shot on that first kick out, now you can just swing it around the horn, and Dallas is always one man behind the ball, And there are some possessions, just like 3 different dudes could have shot a semi-open 3 on this possession.
Yeah.
And then you have KP coming back with sort of
He's got 15 right now.
You know, Lively's been a big piece for the Mavericks in this playoff, and that kind of negates. You got KP coming in there.
I mean,
Lively
listen,
hasn't won that battle so far.
This isn't Karl Anthony Towns. He will face you up and shoot over you if you're a guard. He's
done it multiple times.
He's not going to shit his
He
pants.
just did it again.
Get that trash Mark Wahlberg off my television, por favor.
Nah,
I hate
fucking Marky Mark.
Yeah, good.
Marky
We're after
Mark,
10 minutes.
Baby.
Fuck
KP
Mark
is
Wahlberg,
having a
dude.
fucking game.
The man who blessed us with Planet of the Apes 2001.
Four Brothers is a nice.
Four Brothers is a good movie. Listen, that's probably his best work.
Love me some Victor Sweet.
Yeah.
KP's got 15 right now, man. Just
hasn't played in 38. He's only missed 10 games, but he hasn't played in 38 days. That's how much rest the Celtics have been getting in the series that they're finishing.
They said they thought he could have played against the Celtics or against the Pacers if that series had been closer.
Yeah, just rub it in. Yeah.
It was closer. Hey, I know what a closer than it looks in finals looks like. Those weren't true sweeps or gentlemen sweeps. We were in every game, Kev. Don't let them tell you different.
Oh, this is Boudreaux's big baseball news. Well, this is perfect because we are at a commercial break. I've got a ton of NBA topics that we're going to hit, but there it is. Angel Hernandez retiring.
Wow.
The greatest umpire of all time.
AI Hernandez is coming.
Was he maybe? Do you think he was forced into retirement? The Twitter accounts are getting endless with this guy.
I'm sure it was an amicable departure.
I don't know. I think they suspended him once and he tried to sue him or something. I don't know. He just sucks. Who's guarding? Oh, Snugs, Boston fan in the chat. Look out, fellas. Who's guarding Porzingis?
Nobody is guarding Porzingis.
Does it matter?
Actually.
I don't know how much
cooking them.
Dude, I don't know how much they're switching, but we keep getting Porzingis in the high post on like Josh Green. And I don't know if that's the recipe. Nobody is, right? I don't know. I'm interested to see what Jason Kidd ends up doing with the matchups. They might just get eviscerated this whole game and kind of go back to the drawing board. But I think
they are right now. Good Lord.
I don't know what else they're going to do because they want to keep.
It's not Gafford.
It seems like they want to keep, Lively or Gafford low, obviously, but I mean,
KP's rim abilities protection is crazy.
But if he's going to face up from 18 feet and just drill everything, you can't have a guy.
What are you going to do?
8 inches, 9 inches shorter than him. Even if he's stout, Josh Green, probably not going to get backed down. To be honest, he's a pretty stout guy. But if Porzingis is just going to face up, and
just do what he's doing? He's shooting that mid-range shot right over his head right now.
Yeah. Also,
terrible shot, and it's going in. Terrible shot.
Porzingis' jersey is huge. Every time he faces up, it's flapping in the wind, and he's just hitting these shots. I don't know if he lost weight.
That's how he's hanging in the air for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's got it strategically half tucked so he can get some air in there.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. And
floater for real.
The Porzingis coming back is a huge problem. It creates so many mismatches. Without him, they can match up a little bit better at the 5. With him, fuck. He makes him so good defensively, too. He makes him so fucking good defensively.
Yeah, if it's Horford out there, maybe not with
difference.
Gafford, but then with Lively, Dallas has the advantage, in my opinion, at that position. As Al Horford just made a play. I don't know. I can't tell. He did the chest pound where I can't tell if he did something good or if it was a my bad. So I'm like,
Horford my bad. I saw my bad.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I was like, I think he just proved my point. As I was saying,
Maverick started 7 of 10 or 4 of 21 since.
We're almost.
That's how you lose
were
games.
At a 21-point game just now, gentlemen. We're down to a 19-point game.
Now we're down to 19.
Can we do a quick terrible national media discourse quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
And zoom out a little bit. Like I've seen a lot of, I mean, and this stuff's been floating around for forever, but now that we have the matchup, like I've heard this posited like in a few different ways, but do you think this does, let's say the Mavs pull it out and win the series. Do you think it does?
That's my prediction. I predicted the Mavs.
Do you think it does more to like boost Luka's legacy than it does diminish Tatum's? Or do you think vice versa? If the Celtics get here and lose Tatum's second finals and it's the Mavericks, are people going to forget how good the Mavericks were? Or is it going to be like,
I think
the Celtics?
I think it's a combo. Like I think they will. Oh my God! I think it's a combo. I think they would jump on board the Luka bandwagon because they already were talking about how he's only 25, etc. And I think they will just, oh my God, Luka, absolutely kill Tatum. I think they'd kill the Celtics for losing again, and oh my, they're just kicking their ass.
Yeah, in the short term, that's the way. The short term, it's going to go against the Celtics because the narrative for the last 3-4 years has been that they can't win a big one. They can't even get there. Now they got here, and if they lose to a team that was what were they, the 6th seed, or no, they were the 5 seed?
Five.
But the Mavs.
But when you look at everybody else in the West and you're like, oh, and this is the team this was the team they couldn't beat that got out of the West. Really? Well, imagine if they'd played the Thunder, or I mean, I'm just saying, like
Nuggets or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no offense to Dallas, but going into even the playoffs, I don't think they were a top 3 option for many people's finals predictions. So I think in the short term, it hurts Boston, but if Tatum and Brown both end up with 3 rings, no one's going to hold it against them that they lost to 2 probably NBA 100 guys, by the time they get to we just had 75, right? So we got a little ways till we get to 100.
Yeah.
But we got 2 probable Hall of Famers, and if they're going to lose to them, I don't think that's the end of the world, the big picture. But yeah, the sky will fall in national and Boston sports media over the summer if they lose to, especially because they're up 27 right now. So not that that's correct. You shouldn't put that much weight. And we've talked about that this whole freaking playoffs because somebody's always getting blown out. At a certain point, Dallas is going to throw in the towel today and say, okay, we're down 30. We're not going to keep trying. We're going to pull our starters, and then it's going to get worse. That's why you don't necessarily see these as often in the regular season. There's not as much incentive to just pull everybody who's valuable and have them sit for the rest of the game. So a loss is a loss. I don't put that much weight in a deficit in the playoffs. But the fans will, and the national, and I don't think you're getting this sort of in hot take culture. You're going to get, it's going to be game over. They're going to be talking about which one of these guys do they need to trade away. Is it time to split up the dynamic duo of Brown?
Yeah. I mean, they talked about that for the Celtics for years. Yeah.
Damon Wayans is the greatest Celtic of all time. Nice, Boudreaux. I like that. It is, Boudreaux, unfortunately, it is at least for another week, maybe 2. It is a basketball podcast, so I'm sorry that we're talking about mostly basketball. Although we are switching that soon. It's going to be general purpose very soon. But for now, we are locked in on this 27-point slugfest, razor thin.
Yeah, but will we because the goofy thing about the Mavericks is this team was not a legitimate threat pre-trade deadline. And really pre-playoffs. They were the best defense in the league for the last 20 games, but until we saw them in the playoffs, nobody was taking. I mean, everybody thought Wolves Nuggets was the conference finals. But the Mavs quietly have been.
Mavs have quietly been rising the ranks in the NBA, right? Is that what you're saying?
The ranks. And they're the first team since the 2010 Lakers to beat 3 50-plus win teams on their way to the finals. And they're one of only, I think, 6 now to ever do it. And, you know, if that's the team that knocks off the 64-win Celtics with a top 5 all-time net rating, you know, I think the optics of that will be
Bad.
like pretty disingenuous, because like I think the Mavs team, like the Mavs team that we've seen in a vacuum in the playoffs, is much different than the regular season sample size. So you'll look at the Celtics like, oh, you know, this 64-win juggernaut. It's 3 50-plus win victories this season, and you see them lose to a Mavericks were like 50-32 or something. So like, I don't know, if you zoom all the way out, it probably looks worse than it really is. Like they're probably a little bit more evenly matched, it seems like. But man, if Porzingis is just going to be on, then that's tough. Somebody had a meme of when Wolverine is like actually dying in Logan, and it's he says like, now I know what it feels like, and they said the Dallas Mavericks having to deal with a 7-foot stretch European finals.
Yep.
Luka's gonna be kind of pissed seeing it too, right? He's gonna be like, bro, where was this?
Yeah, because he was hurt a lot. He was hurt a lot in his time there.
It's like, could you guys? Damn.
Yeah,
But
he's
all right,
healthy
so
right now. The lightning is in the bottle. Nobody takes the lid off.
yeah, well, and as you say that, the lightning might be in the bottle for Dallas here, because Kyrie dove into the second row to just save a ball. So that turned into a quick steal, and the lead has been cut to 25. And Joe Mazzulla smartly took a timeout. He said, "Hey guys, they're getting a little too close here. We gotta chill out on this momentum."
Mazzulla smart.
Joe Mazzulla doesn't leave much up to chance. He also fouls up 6 at the. That's an interesting question, Boudreaux.
Karl Malone, 12-time All-Star. 12. He won. He was awarded an All-Star nomination 12 years in a row. If you don't believe me, just Google Karl Malone 12-year-old, and then you'll know why we don't speak his name a lot on the podcast.
Leave Karl Malone. I don't know if he did it.
He's a car salesman now. Good. That's a fate that he deserves. I'm sorry. No offense to any car salesman. All right. I didn't mean it.
It's just a fall from grace, which is what we want. If that's your pinnacle, run your own race.
As we talk about a fall from grace, we've got a commercial break here. I want to ask you guys about what is going to be a 2-pronged topic. First and foremost, we have a new front runner for the Lakers job. So, James, I want to ask you what your thoughts are about Hurley now being the number 1 contender for the Lakers. Is this a good decision?
I don't want to see him leave college. I want to just keep kicking everybody's ass at UConn. However, he's talked about his desires to coach in the league, so I think this might be a shoo-in, sadly. He's good. He's fucking really good. Now, the track record of college to NFL coaches, not great. College to NFL, college to NBA. Not great.
But you're right. Either way, you're right.
NBA. Hoiberg bad, Patino bad, Calipari bad. Brad Stevens was pretty good. Never won anything, but got out before.
But it's almost like even Brad Stevens knew, because as soon as he could, he jumped to the front office. Like he coached in the NBA for like a minute, a year and a half or something. He's like, you know what? I'll go up here. This will work out a lot better.
We got
are we saying the all-time leader in steals thinks the election was stolen?
Yeah, Boudreaux says, who's worse, Malone or Stockton? He knows he might be a good source. John, you bring up a valid point, man. Who would know more about steals?
Exactly. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Then Gonzaga John, baby. I don't know.
He's got a valid point. The other one's Billy Donovan, who was solid with the Thunder and not any good with the Bulls. So I don't
stubborn.
think he's really good college coach. I hope he doesn't do it, but it sure sounds like he's going to do it.
John, before I ask my second question, as Boston adds to their lead, your thoughts? Hurley to LA, you like it? You want him to stay in college?
I do think he should stay in college. I don't know where that comes from, but that's like my gut feeling on it. I'm not a huge fan of the JJ thing though either. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Makes no sense.
I like Hurley way better than the JJ thing.
Yeah, the coaching merry-go-round, like in the modern NBA, is one of the weirdest things. Like like the Bickerstaff firing. What did you guys want? There had, was he a dick behind the scenes or something? Was he Doc Rivers in that movie? Or a show?
Did Donovan Mitchell hate him? Like, what's the deal? Like,
I'm not interested in that show whatsoever. But I don't know. Like, they're like, where, like the Bucks one is another example. What Phoenix has done.
My God, Porzingis.
It's just like the coaching switch. Is it just like from a front office standpoint? Are you like, oh, this is going to give us the edge. This is what'll put us over the top. Going from Darvin Ham to a Division I coach, going from Darvin Ham to a podcaster, going from Darvin Ham to whomever, like, and phenomenal podcaster, don't get me wrong, but he's coaching his 9-year-old right now.
Yeah, it's a Jeff Saturday move. It's Jeff Saturday 2.0.
Yep. If he played for the Lakers, it would be Jeff Saturday as hell. But
it's almost because he has a podcast with LeBron, so it's hardly any different from Jim Irsay calling his drinking buddy on the couch at 11 p.m. on a Saturday. Hey, partner, want a job? It's not much better. So I'm with you there. I think, and if JJ is going to have a chance, that's one of the worst jobs. One of the worst first jobs you could ever have would be the Los Angeles Lakers.
A lot high pressure.
Maybe the Knicks is up there. Boston's probably up there too. If you don't, even if you have a ready-made dynasty, just to deal with all the personalities, the media, the extra exposure, I wouldn't want that for a rookie coach ever. So I think it's a horrible idea for JJ Redick. But I'm actually going to that was going to take me into my next question here. It's all smoke. Honestly, they wanted to get in on finals day. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
63.
And he's calling the finals. He's calling the finals right now.
Oh, Boudreaux, that cuts deep, dude. I miss the Sonics.
He's on the call. So, like, I don't know, man. It's
well,
weird.
that's what I was getting at. So Shams Chamara, however the hell you say fucking Shams' name. Someone made a tweet pointing out the fact that this guy is paid by FanDuel, and they had some screenshots of some of his more egregious leads, like when he was the one pumping everybody saying, Scoot Henderson is definitely going to be the number 2 pick overall. And then here he is again saying JJ Redick is the locked in lead. And these are things that people can bet on. And here you have a guy getting paid by FanDuel who seems to be way off base. I, for one, I'm just going to stay a Woj guy, always have been, likely always will be until I find out about any ESPN bet scandals. But basically my question is, do you think there's anything fishy with Shams? And do you agree that maybe someone who does his job just shouldn't be getting paid by a sports book?
100% the latter. I'm not sure if there's any purposeful misleading, if he's just like catching a source and going, tweeting it immediately. But like, I don't know. It's too fishy to have. Like, I think even if it's not, him purposely misleading people or moving the betting lines or whatever they think he's doing, even if that's not the case, like, he probably shouldn't have that affiliation with his credentials.
I agree with it. Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. Snugs did not like the last 2 minutes. I got some thoughts on Boudreaux's comments here. We'll get to those in a second. But since we wrapped up the first half here, Snugs, our resident Celtics fan in the chat, did not like the last 2 minutes. This is what we've talked about previously in previous episodes and even earlier today. Celtics seem content, still in striking distance. There was a couple of spots early while we're sitting here talking about their great penetrate and pass, how it's been working, how they just have the Mavericks a step behind at all times. I see Tatum take an in-out, crossover, dribble, and shoot one from 3 feet behind the three-point line, having not passed the ball, having not tried to penetrate once. And I'm not saying he's not good enough to do that. What I'm saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You are beating the doors off these guys.
Yep.
Dribble in, make a pass. There's a good chance it's going to come back to you, and you're going to have a wide open three. Why shoot the heat check three just because you're up 19 or 27? As Snugs pointed out, especially in a playoff game, it's not over. They're still in striking distance. This Mavs team, 2 steals and 3 made 3-pointers. Boom, 9-point swing. I'm pretty sure that math checks out. So I'm just saying, it's not and that's something I think has been, even Celtics fans might agree with that criticism. At time, Boston gets content. They're fine to just watch the ball, ISO play. We got 4 guys standing around. Let's see what you can do with it. And those are going to be the times that allowed, for instance, the Pacers to keep it close in certain games. And you're going to get buried if you let Kyrie and Luka hang around. You can't do it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but if you let it stay close and let it be close down the
they're coming for you, John.
Yeah, I'm right in downtown St.
Run.
It gets shitty. If you're gonna allow these guys to hang around, I'm sorry, but it's not gonna be Andrew Nembhard that you can just hip check and rip at the end of the game. It's gonna be Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic. You're not going to be able to just flip that switch and be like, oh yeah, we're the better team. Like down the stretch is when it's going to get scary
because Mavs got the best player.
Yes, and they've got the 2 best shot makers when it comes down to it. Like if it grinds to a halt and you stop getting these easy looks, if you're both taking these contested jumpers or you're both having to manufacture points out of ISOs down the stretch, that's in the Mavs' favor. It's exactly what the Wolves did. Not that they were ever out to a big lead like this, but it was, and it could have been a conditioning thing, but when the foot isn't firmly on the gas on this team and it gets close, and it gets close down the end, like that's when it becomes an even playing field. Like you have this advantage, just press it.
Yeah, let them force you to adjust. Why would you adjust yourself out of what is working? James, do you have any different thoughts or anything you want to add about the first half in general?
The Porzingis thing is the thing that worries me the most. So somebody that wants the Mavs and predicted the Mavs to win, Porzingis looking that good, 7 of 9, 18 points, 2 of 3 from 3, just burying mid-range jumpers over just like ghosts, like he's so fucking tall.
Is there anyone other than Lively they can put on him? I don't think they can afford to keep Gafford on him.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if they have a guy on the roster.
Boudreaux agrees with you, James.
Seeing this early on, the Celtics should beat the brakes off them. I don't know what the defensive adjustment for Kidd would be. Like maybe you go.
Good one, John. Sorry.
See what
go ahead.
Happens.
Jason Kidd's gonna make a defensive adjustment. Go ahead.
Did I do a pun? Oh, Jason Kidd. Hey, listen, Jason Kidd is.
Was he gonna spill his Gatorade on the water, or spill his water on the court? I get an extra timeout.
He might. It gets crazy. But I don't know, man. The Celtics should handle this, and I think that would be kind of like.
They should, yeah.
I want the good basketball. But at the end of the day, it would be a little bit more satisfying just for the discourse if the Celtics just take care of business. Just because the negativity around like their 2 stars in particular, and the way that's like convinced people that this is the same exact team that's gone to all these Eastern Conference Finals. Like it's those 2 and a bunch of different cast of characters by now. Like that discourse has just been so annoying that if they just take care of business and win one, maybe it's less so, and that would be good for a impartial NBA fan, I think. But I don't know. I hope it's still a good series and they punch back, but not that this one's over either. But I don't know. That's sort of what I'm rooting for. because there's the team who lost to the Mavs, and you feel this too, I'm sure, Kev. The team who lost to the team in the conference finals that's now in the finals, there's two ways to go. You can say, well, fuck these guys. I hope whoever beats the shit out of them. But then there's also the, oh, I hope they win so we can say we lost to the champs on the way there, you know?
Yeah,
But-
it's which side do you want to root for?
Yeah.
No, I gotta address something. Boudreaux mentioned in the chat. He said, "Bro, you live in Ohio. What the fuck you know about my Sonics?" And that is fair. That is a fair point. I will just say this: growing up a Pacers fan in the '90s, very few people hated the Chicago Bulls the way that I did. I respected the greatness that I was seeing, but I hated it. And luckily enough, wasn't a big fan of the Utah Jazz. I don't know, maybe my sixth sense was just, I could, as a kid, something about Karl Malone was off to me. I don't know why. I hope no other children feel safe around him. But the Sonics with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, oh man, I thought that was it, man. I thought that was our ticket out of here. And then they went on to have Ray Allen, Desmond Mason, Rashard Lewis. I love the Sonics, and instead we got the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, Boudreaux, I every time I hear the word expansion in the NBA, I'm like, yeah, just give us the Sonics back, please. So I know it doesn't relate to actually being a Sonics fan, but no bullshit when I say I miss them. That's my 2K expansion every time. You got a Sonics Dynasty right now.
Automatic. Well, I got to jump, guys. Thanks for letting me hop on and ramble. I got to wrangle my son here, but go basketball. Let's have a good game.
Go sports. We
Go
appreciate you, John.
Go sports.
Let us know if we need to post your bail. All right. Appreciate you.
Now, Lee says now would be a good time to bet. Let's take a gander. Let's see what the odds are. If you would take Mavs money line right now.
Ooh.
Let's see. Take a gander here. I respect that. I respect it.
I love it.
Let's see here. What do we got? Get logged in.
Boudreaux asks, who are the best white players in the league? We need a new Bird era. Well, the WNBA is where that's at right now. Caitlin Clark.
That's our great one. Plus 1,400 for the Mavs to win. Man, I feel like I just want to put some money on that just for fun.
Do it. Let it ride.
I want to look and see if it's better anywhere else.
They're only down 21. They got it. But I know in the NBA, all the I would say the most talented white athletes are all European guys, aren't they? There is no Larry Bird.
It's Luka.
Nobody was talking about the WNBA. See, that was the problem. And then Caitlin Clark came along, and then people started talking about the WNBA, and they're like, well, no, but don't talk about it just because of her. That God damn, I didn't see the painting net. Come on. Hey, any chick in the WNBA is way better at basketball than I've ever been. So
yes, we were talking white snugs.
Don't disrespect Asia Wilson like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess she's not white. That's what you were saying. Yeah. That's what the question was. We need a new Larry Bird. I said, well, I think Caitlin Clark is probably the best thing you're going to get, at least as far as an American.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's all where the dunks.
Otherwise, it's Luka.
It's Luka. Legend. In this series, it's Luka, Porzingis. It's all Euro dudes. The American whites, we're not representing very well right now. We're podcast. Nope. We're right here.
Yeah.
We're no good at basketball, so we have to talk about basketball.
With ill-informed takes. Any of these French guys coming in any good?
Wemby he's already in the league. This is such a weird draft class. I don't fucking have a clue on these dudes.
Where is the foul baiting? Didn't we just have another top 10 prospect get hurt? James,
yeah, Nikola
Topic.
Right? Yeah, towards ACL. Yeah, he's gonna be a top 10 draft pick.
10 Lee, I think talking about Caitlin Clark here says 10,000 more fans show up for her games than any other players.
Sorry, yeah, it's just such a weird. I don't know anything about this draft class. Is goofy as fuck. it's this.
I appreciate the
White men can
parentheses
jump.
there.
Yeah.
TJ McConnell. There you go. How could I forget?
Sam
Oh,
yeah, the great, TJ.
oh, Doug McBuckets has
yeah,
fallen
wait,
off
wait.
the list, man.
Dougie McBuckets has fallen way down the list. I
It's
mean,
a
we might
sad
get a
day.
white American as the number 1 draft pick. Donovan Clingan is in conversations. Like he might, like, even though it's a shitty draft, it still counts.
Yeah, but he's from space. Didn't you say he was a Klingon?
Yeah, he's a Klingon. Yes, he's from Star Trek.
Yeah, well,
They
no
call
wonder
his
he's so
nickname. His
good.
nickname is Kling Kong.
I always thought watching that show, I was like, man, I think those guys would be pretty good athletes. You'd think. I was thinking they'd be more football
Yeah,
players.
this might be Indiana's only chance to win a title. However,
I-
the rest of the Fever roster is dog shit. They're
Yeah, there's a
bad.
reason they got the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. But it's
Yeah,
probably
they
more
are
realistic
bad.
that the Fever will get one before the Pacers. So what you
Yeah,
gonna
at
do?
this rate. Your boy Anthony Richardson looks real fucking good in camp right now too. He looks terrible. Yeah, Chase Budinger is going to the Olympics as a volleyball player. Good for him.
He wasn't even. First of all, before we move on from that slight against
No,
Anthony
we're not
Richardson,
moving on.
He wasn't even supposed to be back until July. He's a month ahead of
Yeah.
schedule. I don't care if he looks like
Okay,
Chad
he's
Pennington.
a
out
month
there.
closer to getting. He's a month closer to getting hurt again. Then you guys have to change your whole offense for Joe Flacco.
With Joe Flacco, Boudreaux's been calling me a Browns fan in the chat. If Joe Flacco steps foot on that
meanwhile-
field, I might switch. I might become
Meanwhile,
a Browns fan. Oh yeah.
Meanwhile-
multi-sport legend.
Meanwhile, the Mayo man is kicking. He's looking good right now. I'm excited for what the Titans have done. I'm very excited for them.
Hey, it's good. It's good to have that. It's good that you have that now. You should bottle it up. Make sure you have some left
Hey,
over.
I enjoy
by
it
week
while
11.
I can, man. A lot
By
of
week-
bad years.
You can chase your week 11 tears with some of these happy preseason
Um,
feelings. Oh, guys,
have
you
we
wouldn't know it, but
played-
we're rivals.
We are rivals, this motherfucker. NBA Ballers on OG Xbox absolutely played that game. Awesome game. I would agree. That game fucking slapped. Absolutely.
I did play. I will admit the one that I played the most out of, like the one that I played the shit out of, is actually right there. It made the backdrop. I love it so much. NBA
Oh,
Street
yeah.
Volume 2, baby.
Oh,
that
fuck.
was
So good. So
a little
good.
older, but
Little Starberry
one.
on the Ballers cover.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop this. Hold on
Goddamn.
here.
Mason
Hold up.
Rudolph will be the starter by Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Kev hasn't been a
get
Brown
on that. Go and get. Go and get.
Yeah.
Go and get.
Oh,
I
it
just
was
got
on the PS2.
I just got a-
Damn. I
Yeah, it was
missed out.
PS2 and Xbox. I just got a shout out from Nate Bingham. Says making the kids watch you before bed. He's got us up on the big TV. Shout out Nate and all the little ones watching right now.
Hey, shout out, Nate. Appreciate you.
Apologies for just tearing apart all Indiana sports there for the last 5 minutes.
No, he knows. He knows how it feels.
Oh, he's a lifelong
Colts are gonna be
Indiana
great
Red
this year.
fan. He knows.
You be ready. They aren't ready for
Yeah.
that RPO. That red zone RPO.
Neither is
Ooh.
neither is Anthony Richardson's shoulder. It's going to go out again. So
Well, at least we signed the
so we were
equally
all at
talented.
the game. We
Joe
were all at the
Flacco.
game. He got same exact.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Next time
We
you
were
invite
at
me to a
that
game,
game.
I'm not going.
Yeah, that was bad news. We
Can't
watched
go
that
in.
live. It was gross.
I'll
We all knew it,
tailgate the
too.
whole time.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it was
Tim,
dumb.
one thing I'll give the Colts credit for is this is awesome. John said his son's he's tuned into. He had to make his own YouTube account. Love it.
Woo, we appreciate you.
He won't.
That's all right.
Touchdown Town outside Colts Stadium outside Lucas Oil is awesome. Cheap beers.
Exactly, which is what you need most of the time if you want to stomach a Colts home game.
Yeah, they've been bad for a while.
They
At least the Titans have had some relevancy in the last 5 years. Heartbreaking relevancy for me, but relevant nonetheless.
I keep telling these Packer fans, I'm like, all right, maybe you're getting it again with Jordan Love, but someday the well runs dry and you go from Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck to Matt Ryan and Pip Rivers. Kev, Bengals suck, Browns suck. No disagreement here. I get it worse in the college football realm, though, because everyone in this state is an Ohio State Buckeye and they just don't. They don't like anybody. Like Notre Dame, it's hardly a rivalry. They haven't been able to beat Ohio State in 30 years, but it's always, you guys fucking suck. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. That's why I didn't bring anything up. Okay. Ooh.
Between Schmeats and Kev, which one is more the Star Wars guy and which one is more the sports guy?
Oh, wow.
That is.
I might. Wow, you might have to factory reset me now. That one broke my brain.
I don't know if I can split that. I don't know.
Who does more of what? I guess off the cuff, my first inclination is to say that James might be more Star Wars.
I think so. Yeah, I think
because you've read more books,
like slightly more Star Wars
games.
because I've read a lot. I've played more games and I've read a few more books. I would give me a slight edge in Star Wars and probably use sports because you do all the Carnage stuff and all the announcing stuff. Like I think that's the. Oh yeah,
yeah. I've had to learn about sports that I never really thought. Yeah, wow, James, he's calling you a fucking nerd. Sorry, I forgot we had kids watching. Sorry,
Oh, sorry, kids.
I'll self-censor.
Here we go. See,
sorry.
Yeah, 51-40. I like John's split here. John's a third party. I agree. That is a lot of experience with both of us.
Yeah, it's an even split. But no, I think that when I had to sit and learn the rules of professional indoor soccer, that's probably what puts me over the scales on the sports side.
A little more in the fighting combat scene than I am. Yeah, you've got a little more of that going for you than I do.
I do love it.
Speaking of that stagnant Celtics offense, here we go again.
Here it is, but it's still what, an 18-point game? Oh, that's going to be 50. Ooh,
18.
Kyrie missed a wide open three.
Luka missed a wide open, or wasn't wide open, but missed a layup last time down too. And this is how it happens. It just slowly chip away.
That's wow. Yeah.
And my plus 1400 bet on FanDuel doesn't. I like the one with Captain Kirk. When's the Kingdom Hearts segment? Kingdom Hearts segment's Mondays at 6 p.m.
I forgot we had a good little Kingdom Heart chat.
We had a monster Kingdom Hearts session go. Yeah,
that's going to be next on my list of. I hate having to call PS2 games retro games, but if the shoe fits, it's.
I mean, 20 years ago was the PS2. We think 20 years ago was like the 64 and the Super Nintendo.
Old. I hate it.
5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday. I think it's gonna be a boys episode. I will not be. I'll be in the chat that day. Kev's got to run that show. I'm on vacation, but I will be in the chat talking shop.
Oh yeah, that's
a push.
I might have a co-host. What do we got there? It's still. I feel like it's been 66-48 for a stretch here. You can buy a remastered bundle on PC. Awesome. What? Oh,
I have the remake of the first one. I need to play it. I need to beat him, but I'm in. What is? That's my head.
Hello, hi CC.
Hello there,
James. Number one
fan. God, no, I'm broken. I got to beat Final Fantasy VII before I can go play Kingdom Hearts.
I'm tempted now. Luckily, I just bought Hypercharge Unboxed, so I'm going to be playing that for a couple of days.
Oh, you bought it? Hell yeah! I might.
Oh, yeah.
I actually might buy it just to support those 6 guys because it's awesome. The story's so cool.
It's an interesting little concept. I played one level of it. I guess we are going to switch into some nerd stuff. I mean, sorry guys, blame Dallas.
Confused, John. Did your son just create a YouTube account and use my head?
Oh my god.
But look at this. What's going on here? Look at this.
Unbox is a fun little game. You basically a wave survival game is the 1-player mode. So you've got the bad guy toys come
like horde mode,
set up a base. Yeah, exactly. It's a horde. So there's like a 3-minute timer where you can collect materials and build your defenses, and then you have to survive X amount of waves. So you can definitely tell once you get into it that it had a small dev team. There's not a ton of voice acting work or anything like that, but it's the small sampling I've got was a lot of fun. And that's some great marketing. They might have only had 6 developers, James, but they had some great marketing because I've been seeing clips of that game for years. And I have never been more primed to just buy a game. It also helped it was like $30. So
yep. What up? Boudreaux, it's pronounced Schmeat.
Shout out to CC in the chat. 50-68 now.
Like it's 8. Oh, ESPN.
A lot more active defensively. Well, and you know what they've corrected, James? They're not. The Mavs are they're allowing that space in the center. Whereas before we were talking about they would collapse 3 to 4 guys all collapsing into the paint. I think they're sort of living with, you might get by us and get a layup, but we're tired of giving you all these open threes, which I would think is probably going to help them in this regard. Maybe you have one person come over. I mean, the way for Boston to counter this is to just make sure Horford or Porzingis is always staying outside the 3-point line, and then just let your guys win their one-on-ones. You'll be shooting layups the rest of the night, but it's at least we're seeing them make some adjustments on the fly. But I don't know if they're going to get it, James. I don't know if you're going to cash. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't know what this is. I have not seen this.
No.
AI Harry Potter. I'm vehemently anti-AI. If you guys don't know this, I've told Kev this. I hate AI. We didn't learn anything from Terminator. We didn't learn a thing.
I didn't see this. I'm going to have to watch it. Missed it.
I don't have any. I have not seen this either. Maybe it's something to watch on Monday.
It's too turfy, he said. I like that. That could be
Antonio Brown. He's wild. Poor guy. CT got Antonio Brown pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know that I've seen the most recent antics, whatever he's been doing on Twitter. KP hasn't been in the second half. I think
he came off the bench in the first half too. He came off the bench right away. It was quick.
Yeah, and I'm sure. Well, I'm not even sure. I could see if it stays out of hand, we might not see him again. You know, James, you talked about, what was it? How many days is it? 38 days or something since he had
30 something. It's been a minute. Yeah.
So I could see that.
We're gonna have to watch this. I don't know what this is.
I'm gonna watch it right out as soon as we end this live, and then if it's Monday night worthy, we'll pop it on for sure.
Yeah, we were always looking for topics for the old weekly one.
Boudreaux says, "Hey Kev, how come Mama Creepy doesn't support your sports podcast?" I have no idea. I am always incredibly grateful and happy when any of the Clout Route crew show up to a sports podcast. I know we do have a couple. There is some nerd crossover, so I know we got some Crowders that genuinely enjoy the Dweeb Show. That really makes me happy. But anybody coming by this thing at all, just to say hi, that normally watches us elsewhere, I appreciate.
Headbug's sleeping. That's Headbug's the UK.
B-Dub. You'll never see the UK folks here. You might see them on Dweeb, but you won't see them here. But I'll take what I can get, man. Nobody owes me anything in that regard. So I'm glad you're here, Boudreaux, keeping us up to date on the MLB happenings, because we have no MLB coverage. That's a big weak spot. I shouldn't say. Nate would be offended if he heard that. Nate keeps us in the loop, but he doesn't get to live stream as often. So we are not the best baseball group. All of that feedback you've had about us being ill-informed, that certainly applies to baseball. I'm not going to even lie about that. But I still will call better balls and strikes. Nate's got us. He just doesn't have we just don't have a baseball show. But I still
we don't. But we're gonna have an all-sports show.
Not as bad of an ump as Angel Hernandez. Boudreaux, you need to bring me on for a weekly ump world report. Ooh.
Oh.
It's a possibility. I don't know. We had
anything I hear about in Discord is crazy. Keep it to you too.
Anything I hear about Discord. Yeah, dude. It's
Cardinals are no good. Yeah.
Clout Route, we end up covering a lot of people who do something stupid on the internet and it leads to infamy. And 8 times out of 10, it's because of some weird shit they're doing on Discord. So yeah, no, my Discord interactions are at everyone. We're going live, or if someone tags me in a meme, here are some emojis because I thought that was funny. But outside of that, it's like, no, I'm staying out of Discord for the most part. Kev might never have me on a podcast again because I made him cry once, but I'm reformed now. He's not lying, dude. He's not. Maybe I contest that I was crying. I don't know if I was crying, but yes, there is some truth to Boudreaux's story there. I'm nervous, dude. I don't know what audio clip he might have that might break TOS on us. I don't know. He could be playing a long con. He could have been biding his time all this time just to be like, you know what? I'm going to slowly win back Kev's trust, and then I'm going to get him to call in and do an Ump World segment, and then boom, it's going to be something a little too crispy, something a little too spicy for our program. That's my fear.
That Stream Deck working for that one.
Yeah, just be like in a Western. Just got my hand hovering over a mute button. Just
my wife would kill me. We'll get in sports betting again.
Kev cries all the time, and there's Nate. God damn it!
CCF playing.
Yeah.
James, any positive life updates? None. None. I need to come. Hell yeah. Good for you, Nate. What's the new job?
Let's go. Shout out Nate. Big time. My eyes were wetter.
Congrats,
than the audience. Nate. I don't even know who that is, but I appreciate the joke. I trust that was a solid reference.
I agree. I don't know who it was either, but the Mavs are going to the free throw line down 16. Just saying that plus 1,400 on FanDuel was way too high.
They're coming in hot. PJ cuts it to 14. Now, see, this is
hell yeah,
right? Like, this is well within striking services. Distance.
Congratulations, Nate. That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, we're so in striking distance now.
And this is in Boston is I guess they were going to screen and roll, the classic. Same thing, dude. Somebody goes on a run against me in 2K, we're slowing it down, pick and roll. Next 3 possessions are gonna pick and roll.
Not like we nothing like the offense that was beautiful in the first quarter.
And see, but then this time they go back to it, and that's what right now at this point, Dallas does not have anyone who can guard Jason Tatum one-on-one. And so they're going to put the Mavericks in every position that they just let him or Jaylen Brown drive. You're going to decide between a Tatum layup or a Brown layup or a wide open 3 in the corner. And I would just say, just keep doing that. Or, just have Jaylen Brown float around the finals emblem. Like, he's standing so far back.
Yeah, he really is.
And now Tatum's in the triple threat position for 5 whole seconds. All right, I shouldn't do just straight up play-by-play, but this is that front. Here it is. They're doing it. They're doing the thing. They're doing the meme.
Oh, Luka. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
DraftKings fucked me up in 2019 just in like they screwed you out of something, or
because that's my in real life friend. He's not good at basketball though. Took all his money.
And I can't, and maybe has a little bad luck in sports betting. I'm not sure. I can't tell because I've heard some things. I've heard some horror stories about bets
very
getting
predatory.
Changed. Now you got this Shams guy out here just making up shit.
Oh my God, Kyrie, that'd have been a huge 3. Ooh, that's fun. This is fun.
What? Let's go, dude.
That's awesome.
Nate is laying down the groundwork because I know that
he's trying to get us to go back to another game. I can see it.
If Caleb doesn't work under center in Chicago, I think Nate is finally ready to just go be a Colts fan.
They're going to lose week 1, but I think he's going to be good. But they will lose week 1.
I know it's what my brother said. He's like, if this ain't the guy, dude, I'm done. I'm done being a Bears fan. I can't take it anymore. Although he was a big he's a big Justin Fields guy, so maybe that has something to do with it. Oh, and then, I mean, great work by Dallas. If I'm being honest, make Drew Holiday be the guy that you leave open on the penetrating kick, right? You got Derek White out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got Porzingis out there.
You're crazy.
Tatum and
You're
Brown.
crazy.
Yeah. Holiday's the guy I want shooting the open threes out of that.
It's an 11-point game.
Shams can go fuck himself. I agree with that take. Oh, and Luka just buries one from deep, and it's an 8-point game.
Uh-oh.
Woo! Mates,
I have a lot of faith in this Bears
entirely.
team. I do. I like Caleb Williams.
Well, that's good.
They're gonna get Mayo manned into eternity in game 1. Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, this new offense we're about to have. It's gonna be disgusting.
I'm not super high on Caleb Williams.
L'Jarius Sneed's gonna shut down whatever receiver you like.
Boudreaux demands Luka be hair follicle tested. I don't know. You testing for PEDs? Could you imagine if Luka? Like, could you imagine ever seeing Luka? Oh, maybe that's what it is. He's moving a lot better than he was in the last series. Oh, now Nate's taking shots at your wide receivers in Tennessee.
Bruh. Calvin Ridley's not old. D-Hop is old. Tyler Boyd's a little old. Traylon Burks physically is old.
Traylon Burks' lungs
actually
are old.
legally not
Yeah.
old. I like what the Bears did. I do like it. It's just week 1's not the week. L'Jarius Sneed's going to shut down your whole fucking receiving core because he's the fucking best.
Someone mentioned that horrible looking Clippers Hulu show, which is there anything?
What is the deal with this?
Yeah, it looks like it was casted by a porn director or something.
It's
like none of these
weird
guys
as
look
shit.
anything like the people they're supposed to play. But is there anything more Lakers and Clippers than the fact that the Lakers have this nice show on HBO Max and the Clippers have something on Hulu that's just got a bunch of people that don't look anything like shit? Why couldn't Blake Griffin just play Blake Griffin? What the hell's he doing? You know, some of these guys aren't even in the league anymore. What? Yeah. You couldn't have at least brought him onto set so you made sure the guys you hired looked anything like him. I didn't think I was going to watch that show, James, and then we saw a clip in Discord about that's just Doc Rivers shitting on his players for 30 seconds, and so now I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah.
I would play it for you guys, but that seems like the exact kind of thing we'll get a stupid copyright slap for no reason. So it is in our Discord, and maybe I'll share it on Twitter as well if you haven't seen it. But James, are you going to be watching this shit show of a Clippers program?
I don't think so, but like if it keeps getting wild, I don't know. I think I'm more just excited for the clips more than anything.
Yeah, I'm loving the memes that comes out of it.
The memes, the funny clips, just keep giving it to me.
Cece's breaking my heart here. You guys see what Tiger looks like now? Bald fool, no shade.
Go egg, go Wade, go egg.
You got to know when to come home. Detroit is going to be highest scoring team in the NFL. Bet on that. That might get you. Well, actually, your Mavericks bet is looking great right now. So you might not need to get your money back there, James.
I love that Mavericks bet.
I have a feeling Nate, within the last month, missed a 27-leg parlay by like one bet or something.
Probably. Yeah, 100% he did.
Houston, Texas will be second.
Cece's got to put the kids to bed. Thank you, Cece, for coming down. We appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, Cece.
John wishes his kids would go to bed. John's kids are a bunch of little heathens.
That caught
Let
me.
him just
put
the Clone Wars on. Let him watch it until they fall asleep, which there's a lot of episodes, so it could be next week.
Nate's bet tonight doesn't look bad. The Celtics aren't looking great. I need the score to come back up. Still 72-64, 4 minutes in the third. I don't know about you, James. I'm thinking maybe we finish out the third and then I like
finishing out the third. Then I can go cheer them on from my old couch. Yep.
Just sit there and watch it.
Cece's kids are cute, but really, really dumb.
Well, I'm glad you waited for him to leave to say that. I appreciate that.
Nah, Nate, I'm gonna stop this comment right now. Those jerseys the Vikings released are fucking dope.
You like those all whites?
Oh, I love the all whites, man. I do. I think they're awesome. CC is CC, but Sabathia, by the way. I love a good whiteout jersey. I'm a huge whiteout jersey. I think those are clean. I really do like them.
I don't love them as much, but here's the thing: the Colts don't do anything cool with their jerseys ever. So I'm still jealous of the fact that you have it, even though I'm not super hyped. It looks better than those ugly Houston Texans goddamn Arena Football League jerseys.
Oh,
what the hell are they doing?
Those are awful.
Like, guys, we're finally going to be good. Let's make sure no one cares. Let's make sure our team, no matter what, this team will look like shit on the field, whether it's by our play or by these hideous jerseys. Once we finally have a team that can go out there and do some things. I talked about this previously with a buddy of mine, James. I don't know if you have heard any of this, if you have any thoughts on it, but CJ Stroud seems to be not only a very confident young man this offseason, but he's approaching the threshold of cocky. And I am wondering if, because all of these defenses in the NFL are going to have a year of tape on him now, and because maybe he's looking at all these new wide receivers, maybe he doesn't quite realize what a headache Stephon Diggs will become if he doesn't give him the ball enough times every game. I got a little nervous.
Diggs thing is a little worrisome.
Yeah, I got a little nervous for the Texans when I see CJ talking this way. I think they are ripe for a fall. You know, everyone is telling them how good they are, how they're going to be the best team. It's their division to lose. But these guys are all pros out here too, and they're going to figure CJ Stroud out. He's going to have struggles. Like, every quarterback that's ever played will have a time where the defenses start to figure out what you're doing, and then you have to elevate. What do you think? Obviously, we're both rooting for that, right? But do you think there's any truth to that?
The Diggs stuff I worry about quite a bit. We've seen what he does. Now, I love Stroud. I think Stroud's awesome. And Bite Size Vikes is right. This content's gold. I'm a big believer in Stroud. He was awesome last year. Diggs worries me, man. They had Nico Collins and Tank Dell. Like, what, do they really need Diggs? Do they really need him? Boudreaux, I got you. I see that comment. Will not block. Will not block.
Autogram never got figured out. Okay.
Will not block.
Who's the closet Browns fan?
Dang it, Kyrie.
What do we got here? 75-64. So the Celtics, maybe they've survived it. They've pushed it back to 12 with 2:44 left.
That is a bullshit foul. That is Jaylen Brown jumping into him. I agree with that.
Yeah, I missed the actual foul, so I'll take the lead on that.
When they show the replay here, actually, he jumps into him. I might challenge that thing. He blasts into him.
It gets tough because if you don't get it right, you don't get another one, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a little early too. When is we gotta do a Kingdom Hearts deep dive at some point.
What a block! Wow, and then they get the 3 in transit. Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh, you're
Horford
ahead of me. Oh, no.
wait till you see this. Wait till you see this knuckleball 3 in transition. You'll feel better about it. But then, see, when Luke is on and he makes that, there's nothing you can say about it. But again, you're in transition. You're down 13. You just got to stop. Why are you shooting a step back 3 over a 7-footer? The 7-footer cannot keep up with you. Go to the rim, Luka. You know, you've got Al Horford is 45 years old and he's 7'2". His knees will not allow him physically to stay in front of you. But instead, you shoot a step back 3 where his height actually does give him a chance to
Jesus, Al Horford, that was terrible.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing that now? Oh, my God.
Oh, here's a step back.
I would have to about the Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, so now you're seeing the step back. Yeah, you don't need that. That's not how you play. I mean, probably shouldn't be how you play at all. Like, that's regular season play stuff right there.
Had it down to 8, 9.
When it's this type of a game and you fought this hard to get back
Yeah.
into it. You just don't need wasted quick possessions like that.
Yeah.
You can get that. That's what that's what my coach used to always say to me, James. I don't know if you've had to say that. You can get that shot. Guess what, Luca? You can get that shot when there's 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yep.
A coach used to always say, never take a shot with 20 seconds on the shot clock that you can get in the last 5. Which means, like, if it's not going to be a great shot and you just got to take a couple dribbles and force something up off the dribble, do that at the end of the shot clock.
Yeah.
Don't start there. And
I
if
agree.
you try, I don't understand it. Get the ball moving. This is some real simple stuff. And in an earlier possession, it worked, although they got blocked because Kyrie made 1 pass too many. He should have just taken that wide open mid-range jumper. But it's so frustrating. 2 bad calls change the outcome.
Yeah.
The next NBA team should no, it's gonna be the Sonics, all right. Or knowing Nate's luck, it's gonna be the Las Vegas NBA team, and then he's gonna be like, you know what? I think I'll be an NBA fan now. I'm gonna like this Vegas, and then they'll go to the NBA Finals the first year, or some dumb shit. Get some lucky
like the Vegas Knights
draft. Yeah, exactly like that. Boudreaux, I will look into. I don't have any copies of Kingdom Hearts, but I haven't played that game in a long time, and I'm definitely down to do some more gaming streams. I don't know how entertaining I will be when I do that, but hey.
Once I get through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, maybe Kingdom Hearts is my next one. Maybe that's my next play.
Kyrie is.
It kind of looks like one. That's for sure.
Oh, pass deflected. Man, now they're back to 16. All right, James, we got 1:40 left, I think. So before we wind the whole thing down, are you still feeling good about your bet?
I don't feel as good as I did, but they're not out of this yet. It's also
well,
weird
they did just sub in Daniel Gafford
time, and somehow mine gets behind. Oh yeah, game over. Game over.
Okay, but Kyrie's
I'm not. I don't feel as good, but I haven't quit yet. I haven't quit the boys.
Oh, the boys, that's coming out.
Yeah,
we'll be talking about that on Dweebler. Oh,
of course, they hit the fucking Al Horford buzzer.
I told you, boys, it's Drew Holiday's the guy you got to leave open, not Al Horford. Although he did just hoist a knuckleball. Man, Boston's doing a really good job of defending the rim tonight.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown.
They're really, really good.
It's coming from everywhere. Yikes.
Jaylen Brown is so explosive.
Kyrie almost got him with a nutmeg, though. That could have changed.
Tried.
If they go down 3-1, look out for a Draymond from Kyrie. You can go up for a layup or shoot a step back three and pull a Reggie Miller. Just let that foot linger a little bit.
Oh, wild.
Oh, they gave that to Boston? No way.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Screwed.
I don't know about that one, sir. Boston probably going to hold things here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, yeah, they're setting up an ISO. Yeah, and then just a screen at the top. Yeah, you can't get that lazy. Wow, now it's back. It's right back to 8.
It's 22, yeah.
22 now, yeah, sorry. Wow, that was quick, man.
Take Luka out. And,
now we don't.
Yeah, on that note.
We don't need to feel bad about ending this stream. No. We didn't actually necessarily plan on going this long. Thought we were going to make it a little quick one with the game.
But no names of Kyrie Irving out there right now.
Awesome in the chat, so you kept us going. And we appreciate that.
Thank you guys.
Much.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah, we'll go back through it and make sure I don't miss anybody. And then we'll get the hell out of here. Only mistakes at the top. Leaving those eggs in the chat. Appreciate you. Boudreaux, thank you for the MLB update. Snugs, congratulations, man. I think it's safe to say it. Maybe I'll be wrong, but it looks like your boys are going up 1-0. And I need, Snugs, you don't have to tell me now, but I need some confirmation on something. I heard a rumor the other day that your beloved Jacksonville Jaguars actually blocked you on Twitter. So, James, you think we are hard on our team. I hear Snugs was offering some constructive criticism to the boys down in Duval, and they did not take kindly to it. So I hope you've got your alt Twitter burner ready, Snug, so you can still get all those updates from Shad Khan and co. Lee, thank you very much for the chat as well. Nate Dog making fun of John, who we like to thank for stopping by and then following up by hitting right back up into that chat. Thank you, John. That was great. John's going to be joining us a lot more on these streams, I do believe. And we also had CC in the chat. Where are we? There we go. CC said, hello, Schmeat. We appreciate you coming on down. And I think, what did you say? There was another, I don't want to call either of them other Nate, but we had a second Nate who's not in the chat.
Second Nate also lives in Indy.
I was going to say, it's Indy Nate. I got no
we got nothing here.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to all the Nates that watched, even those who lurked.
Nate squared.
And anybody who watched, wherever you watch, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff, we appreciate you. James, where can the folks at home find you when you're not here?
You can find me on our sister station quite often. Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Weekly Dweeb, talking all nerd stuff, biggest nerd stories of the week. And then every Wednesday, talking Star Wars, 9 p.m. We are going along with the Acolyte right now. So go watch what we talked about last night if you want to know how we felt. Me and Kev had differing opinions. But that's where you can find me. Catch us here every Wednesday or every Thursday, 9 p.m. as well.
I just noticed Boudreaux changed his picture to me now, so that's funny.
Oh, great.
Nice. Oh my God. You guys can find me this weekend, Sunday night on the Clout Route, also Tuesdays in studio, 6:20 p.m. Eastern time. I am on a brief sabbatical from the Carnage Unleashed podcast. Congratulations to Wade out there getting married. As good a reason as any to postpone a show. So in the meantime, you'll find me where James just mentioned, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays, right here, you'll find me talking basketball maybe one more time. Maybe the next episode that we're doing this will be our generalized sports show that we're switching. We used to have shows, different sports, different nights of the week. Now we only have the one, so we're going to cover as many things as we can. It should be fun. I can't find you on Clout Route because I was unjustly banned from the chat. Who banned you from the chat? I don't know. I'll talk to the mods. I don't know. I didn't know that you were banned from the chat. Did not know that, but I don't know. I don't know what the other side of that story is. So
two sides to every story.
We will try our best not to ban you from this chat. It was really? Oh man, I don't think that person's a mod in our on our channel. Anyway, I'll look into that, but I appreciate you, Boudreaux. I hate your profile picture.
Profile pictures are great. We love it.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you so much, and we will see
Thank you, guys.
You next time.
Sports.
Are you looking for an energy boost without the jitters? Let our friends at Dubby Energy help you with their fantastic selection of flavors. Just visit www.dubby.gg and use the code BITESIZESPORTS at checkout for 10% off your order total. Again, that is www.dubby.gg.